I'm out here in this amazing winter wonderland to do some deep winter hammock camping in the snow. It's about 24 degrees outside, there's a slight wind coming my way, and I have about 45 minutes to get over this hill before the sun sets. Let's go. I'm heading into the wilderness to push myself out of my comfort zone. It's been a while since I've done any kind of deep winter camping, and it's one of the most challenging things I've taken on yet. November always feels like one of the toughest months for me. The days are short, the light fades fast, and it's a race against time to see if I can reach my destination before dark. Sometimes we have to take on hard and uncomfortable challenges in order to grow. Embracing the discomfort and the unknown is how we get better, and this cold, snowy environment is the perfect setting for me to do just that. Wow, it's quite cold and snowy out here. Hope I can make it to camp before it gets dark. When you're hiking in the winter, you want to make sure that you take some good breaks, otherwise you'll sweat too much. I only have a little ways to go. I have a really cool spot that I found, and we're gonna camp right on top of it. I'm so excited. Home for the night. Home sweet home. This spot is so pretty, and this boulder, this is an awesome boulder. I'm gonna camp right next to this. Wow. It's just a frozen winter wonderland. I brought this lantern on this trip because the sun's gonna set really soon and I'm gonna need all the light that I can get. Now, the real question is where to set up. I'm thinking between this tree and this tree is going to be the perfect spot for a hang. All right, let's get to work. The first thing that I want to do is just clear the path here, stomp it out so that I have a little more room under me. I could manage all my stuff better. This will be good for the fire later. I need to put my hat on, it's getting really cold. So you're not going to see my head for the rest of the video because it's absolutely freezing. Tonight I'm using my 20-degree hammock gear burrow. This is a top quilt. It's filled with 2 ounces of overstuffed goose down, so I'll be able to push this well below 20 degrees. I think we're forecasted to get well below 15 degrees tonight, so we'll see how it goes. I do plan to have a fire right over here, so maybe that will help. The hammock that I'm using this time is Dream Hammock, and this time it has a full zippered net. We're hoping that it's not going to be as windy as it is last time. I think this is a far better place. I'm really tucked in behind the rock here and behind this hill. I think the wind shouldn't be too bad, knock on wood. What I love about this hammock is you can just shove this down right in here and then zip it up and it's not going to fall out. So that is one plus about the Dream Hammock that the other Dutchware half-wit hammock doesn't have. And it also has this little pouch up in here that I can set stuff like my lights and my phone and everything. I just think this hammock is a lot more comfortable compared to the other one. If I'm doing deep winter hammocking, this is the hammock that I would love because it just holds everything in together. There's a little bit more insulation here. You have a little bit more protection from the wind. For tonight, this is what's going to keep me warm. This is a full-length hammock gear incubator, 30 degrees, has 2 ounces of overstuff. This is an absolute necessity if you're going to go deep winter hammock camping. So I'm just going to string this up and we'll be set to get the tarp up. I might have spoke too soon. The wind is coming through here a little bit. Luckily, I brought a much bigger tarp, so I'll be able to encourage some more wind blockage. And there goes my timer. Yes, I actually did set a timer for sunset. This is the time of year that I feel like I have to set a timer for sunset because I'm constantly against the clock. Sunset is right about now and it's gonna get dark real fast. I'm glad that I got a spot chosen. There's nothing that's more difficult, I think, than trying to find a spot in the dark. It's not ideal. I'm tucking the channels up under this little channel catcher that this Dream hammock has. As you can see, it really snugs this up really tight against the hammock so that you're well insulated. It keeps all your heat close to your body. And now to set up the tarp. We brought the heavy duty AquaQuest tarp today, so this should definitely give a bit more wind blockage and protect me from the cold winter air. I think I forgot to mention I'm at over 8,000 feet right now, so whatever temperature it was closer to the city, it's much colder out here. I think it was 24 when I arrived and the temperature's dropping. I'll check it in a little bit. I like paracord far better than I do the Zing-It string that I was using in my last trip. This makes it so much more comfortable to untie and it doesn't get as tangled as easy. As convenient as the Zing-It is, I really just love this paracord. It's just so much easier to untie and keep track of.
There's something uniquely mysterious about the energy of sunset in the forest. The fading light casts a soft glow, and out here, the wind seems to pick up as the sun dips below the horizon. The distant calls of the owls begin to echo throughout the trees, adding to the serene, yet haunting and beautiful atmosphere. The temperature drops, and I feel a deep sense of gratitude for having found my spot just in time to soak it all in. Moments like these, during this time of the year, remind me how much we need the contrast of darkness in order to truly appreciate the light.
Well, I got camp set up, the temperature's dropping, so just in time. Now, let's try to make a fire. Time to make my little fire ring. There's not a lot of stones here, so I had to walk quite a ways in order to find some stones. I'm thinking I want to move it a little bit further away from the tarp so that I don't get smoke all up in here. That thing weighs a ton. And there's a rock under the surface of the snow right here, so I think we are good to go. Luckily, it's fairly easy to gather wood here. There's a bunch of dry sticks. This should be good to get it going. Plenty of dead logs I could saw off like relatively close. This fire feels good. How cold is it right now? My thermometer says it's 18 degrees Fahrenheit. Beautiful. Got to feed this fire a little bit more. This fire makes a huge difference in warming up my campsite and making me feel really warm. This is my fire starting tool, just in case you're wondering. This is just a giant ferro rod, portable bellows, kind of looks like a antenna wire, it just collapses. It's good to really get your oxygen into the fire. You can get a lot of control with that. And then I have this hatchet to hit it with. It really sparks it quite a bit. The twine didn't quite work the first time, but when I used my Vaseline dipped cotton balls, that seemed to do the trick. We got this nice fire. It's gonna be awesome to have dinner over this. Portable bellows, don't leave home without it. That's something a little thicker. That fire feels so good. I think that's about as big as I want it. It's just a little bit warmer here by the fire. It's 18 degrees right by the hammock. This fire is making a big difference. All right, I think I'm gonna go and cook some dinner while this fire's going. I think I'm gonna have chicken teriyaki rice tonight. I'm gonna try this MSR Pocket Rocket stove. It's this one that's shielded. I was so hungry after the last trip that I was so bummed I couldn't cook in high winds, so I decided to get this. It's supposed to help you be able to cook when there's a lot of wind. You don't risk it catching fire when there's dry places and not enough precipitation on the ground. It's all ready to go. We're just going to heat up a whole bunch of water. This thing's pretty fast, so I'm excited to have a nice and quick dinner. Would you look at that? I think I got a boil. That was really quick. Just gonna turn that off, grab my food. Tonight's dinner, Peak Refuel chicken teriyaki. This looks amazing. Nice boiling water. That looks amazing. A little more water. Oh, nice and hot. It's always nice to have a good hot meal before you go to bed. And with the rest of this, I'm going to make a nice hot apple cider. Cheers. That tastes so good. How cool is this? It's been a long time since I've done deep winter camping like this. I'm just thankful to have this awesome spot and the snow and beautiful land. You can see the stars. I can't wait to see the stars tonight. Sometimes you just have to sit still and enjoy the quiet moments like this. It's just incredible. We go so fast and hard in our everyday life, and it's just a shame that a lot of people don't get to take quiet moments like this to themselves. Super grateful, full of gratitude. Now I have to go fix my tarp because the wind blew it a little bit. Yeah, I gotta go fix that tarp. Let's enjoy some of this dinner. Just fix the tarp. And I forgot my spoon. Well, just eat it like this, I guess. So good. That's what that looks like. Dinner. Just can't get any better than this. 18 degrees with a hot fire, hot meal, and hot apple cider. It's really all about the small things in life. There we go. I just checked the temperature and it looks like it's rising actually. It's about 23 degrees, which is quite comfortable. I feel like I'm staying pretty warm. This is my outdoor research belay parka. It's been keeping me really warm. I got some bigger logs on the fire over here and it's just a nice, chill, quiet night in the snow. Something that I like to do before I go to sleep is actually drink hot water. It keeps me warm throughout the night. And doing this in combination with all my layers and this fire, I think it should be really good to go tonight. It's just the perfect evening to be out here and enjoy all this snow. A very cozy camp. My toes are just starting to get cold right now, so I'm debating whether or not I should put them into the down. Starting to get pretty cold. I think I'm gonna let this fire die down and then I'm gonna watch the stars, head to sleep, and I'll see you guys in the morning.
Life isn't meant to be easy. The hard things, the ones we resist, the ones that challenge us, are what shape us. Growth doesn't come from staying comfortable. It comes from stepping into discomfort, into the unknown, and choosing to keep going even when it's difficult. We all face moments where we question if it's worth it, where doubt creeps in and the struggle feels overwhelming. But those are the moments that define us. They teach us resilience, they teach us patience, and they remind us that we're stronger than we think. Every day is an opportunity to do something hard, to push ourselves a little further, to embrace the struggle, and to let it transform us. Because on the other side of that discomfort is strength. On the other side of challenge is growth. And on the other side of fear is the person we're meant to become. So don't shy away from the hard things. Seek them and lean into them, because that's where life happens, where meaning is found, and where we discover who we truly are.
Good morning. Made it through the night. I think I spoke too soon when I said it wasn't going to be windy. It was windy again. It wasn't as windy as last time, but that wind makes a huge difference. The wind chill was so bad. The low last night was 15 degrees. I checked the thermometer and I really think I pushed this system. This is a 30 bottom and a 20 top. And I think I'd honestly like to have a little bit more down than what I had for last night. But thankfully this jacket and my layers that I had helped me a lot. I'm definitely ready for a nice hot drink. It's like an ice box today. Wow. I feel like I woke up in a freezer. The coldest part about this are just my hands. Everything else is warm, but anytime I have my hands outside of my pockets, it's super cold. Gotta heat up this water. It's so cold even though I slept with it. Sunrise sure is pretty. Yeah, I think that's gonna be warm enough for me. Warm water tastes so good. I usually have coffee or something for breakfast, but I didn't really bring enough because I packed everything in less than an hour. With winter camping, especially deep winter camping, you want to make sure that you bring everything. Don't be like me and forget everything. I always forget something every time, whether it be my spoon or coffee. Coffee is an essential. I think I'm gonna bring hot chocolate and coffee next time. Yeah, I'm definitely coming back here. This is gonna be a great place to challenge my deep winter skills and push myself to the next level. All in all, this is a fantastic trip. I love deep winter camping. I haven't done it in a long time since New Hampshire. Out here in Colorado, it's definitely gonna give me new challenges and experiences. This is by far the coldest trip that I've ever filmed on camera. It's still 15 degrees outside and I have to keep my hands in my mittens to keep them warm. I definitely challenge myself and push myself in ways that I never have before. I'm definitely gonna come out here again at some point and see how far I can push myself in temperatures like these. If you like this video, please consider subscribing to my channel. It really helps me out a lot. And you should check out this next video over here for my windiest fall hammock camping trip I've ever been on. I'll see you over there.